Good morning, my friends. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's doing well. Checking a few settings, make sure the sound works. It looks like I got my mic set on no filter. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. Let me see if I can change this up without looking at it. How's that? Better. It is Christmas Eve, that special time of year where a lot of people come together and celebrate the holidays. So we want to take some time today, actually probably about 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and celebrate Christmas together. I want to thank everybody throughout the whole year and the years. I've been streaming now 3 years. The first year was a flunk because I didn't have real internet, and it was a major problem for everybody. The last couple of years, since I moved in this place, it has been phenomenal. So I appreciate all of you, especially the special people that come by my side and play games with me. There's been a lot of you guys. I appreciate all of you. Support the stream, and I mean just morally support and kind of encourage everybody. And there's a good heart in here. And I want to say thanks to my sister, Liza, and her family, James, my co host of Game Night with Family and Friends, and the little ones that go through and just make it just interesting, spontaneous kind of shows. The Bachelor cooking Sundays and the holiday specials and the Game Night with Family and Friends have been really something really special. Kind of sets us out from a little bit different than everybody else, and those people, my family, has really come behind me and really supported me, and it participated in the show. So I want to say thank you so very much. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And for the mods, Dan, the number one mod guy, I appreciate you, brother. You've been a great help. You've almost always, and that's saying a lot. For almost 2 years, been there, hung out in streams and stuff like that. If not, wanted to check out the videos and all that kind of stuff and help us along, do stuff in the Discord and all the socials and try to help out there, and not getting paid for none of it. None of these people are getting paid for anything, and they're really good people. They're really special people, and I appreciate the world out of them. I don't ever want them to feel like they're being used or abused or mistreated or manipulated like some people do. They're doing it for free. They're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. And I thank you so very much. You make the show 10 times better, each one of you individually. So that's 40 times better on my sister's side, 10 times better on Dan's side. Well, Dan, he's 15. He's worth 15 or 20. So it's almost 100 times better than when I was doing it all by myself for a while. So I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you all have the merriest of Merry Christmases and Happy New Years. And I hope the new year brings you success, dreams are made, and just so much love and caring and compassion brought to you, because your kindness to me is just worth untold fortunes. So thank you. Speaking of Game Night with Family and Friends, my co-host James, my brother-in-law, my sister Liza, the one that helps with Bachelor cooking. James was on the other night. He's got his Pixar blade, and he was playing. I think he played hours after we finished up that night at 11. I think he played into the night, and I think maybe my sister might have been a little red at him, Please forgive him. This is his release. It's better than hanging out in the bar until closing time, finding that little something, little woman out there in the world to do things and not make your marriage worth anything. He instead stays home, takes care of the kids, does his responsibilities, and is a good dad. He's not perfect. I'm sure he'll tell you that first, but he is a good guy. He is really a good guy. So kudos to James. Let him play a little extra Destiny. It's an addiction. Everybody knows it. It's been well talked about. So just forgiveness. It's there's much worse, much worse hobbies and things to get into, to spend all kinds of money and get into all kinds of trouble. But he chooses it to stay home, hang out with me, little me and Dan, and do our thing. And Liza, you're more than welcome to play. I know you're a video gamer too. I know the first person shooters aren't for you, but you are more than welcome to ride along with us. We'll get you set up somehow or other with a it's a free account, and we'll get you going on Destiny. So we really appreciate you both. So love us, don't hate us. We are Destiny fans. We love Destiny. So forgive us, don't hate us. So we've all been through the mill this year with Destiny, and actually, last couple of years have been awfully hard. And we've struggled, we loved, we've hated, we've come around, and we've done our best, and we're still here. We are still fans. We are still here, and a lot of people. We've lost a lot of people on the way. God rest their gaming and Destiny. Maybe they'll come back one day. We get a little Destiny 3 going, a little something going. Maybe something like Renegades again. A lot of people's loved Renegades and come back for it. Renegades is phenomenal. If you don't own it, get on your local Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, whatever it is, and get you a free copy of the core of Destiny. Then the DLCs are numerous, and there are a bunch of them on sale if you want to buy some of them. Get the Dark and Light pack. What is it? Dark and Light fighting pack or light pack, and but get the Renegades. It is phenomenal. Edge of Fate is really good, but it didn't go over so well. Uh, the Portal was the main reason, I think. I've heard more people talk about it. And Portal didn't have enough to do in it. There wasn't enough to do, so we paid for this game that just didn't have everything we wanted to do on our regular stuff when we got done with the story. And it was broken. It was set up for the light levels. You couldn't play with your friends. Then you couldn't play games without your friends, and it's been a mess. Bad implementation. We forgive you, Bungie. We moved on. You're making it better. You're proving it to us. A lot of us haven't played the Portal this season because we've been so wrapped up in everything to do with Renegades. It has been phenomenal. Not only is there the story and the dungeon, the Equilibrium dungeon, which is a fabulous starter dungeon for people. Get a crew together, maybe some newbies and new lights, and go through it, and it's just fabulous. I beat it once. I'm looking forward to beating it a bunch more times. It is great. But then you get the totalities and the pikers and everybody else fighting over territory, and you're fighting. You go to one team and you fight it all out, and it takes forever to go through and beat that, and you go through the other two, and you get special, I won't say abilities, yeah, opportunities with each one, and whichever faction you want to be with, and it is great, fabulous. So it has really been a Star Wars. I'm wearing the Star Wars. My sister-in-law made this for me. My dearest Ashley, with my brother Eli. They are a beautiful couple. with their two children. God bless them. I hope they're doing marvelous this year. Hope they do marvelous next year. God bless them. Made me the Star Wars, made a couple other things Star Wars. I think they made my sister one too. I think they made James one too. I don't know how often he wears it. We'll have to ask him and see. On another game night with family and friends, he's going to get back with us and let us know when the next show or the show. It's a show. It's fabulous. You got to check it out. Next week, a few things going on with job things and all that kind of stuff, and kids and school, and so we're working with them. We'll figure out something. So we're looking forward to that. He's gonna let us know in Discord, and I'll transfer it on, letting you know, or do something like that. Or he'll tell me. I don't mind him texting me or telling me that kind of thing and letting me know. I was trying to get him to get into Discord more often. And links for Discord. Everything's happened. A lot of people, Dan put a lot of time into it. I put a lot of time into it. Get in there, all the information, things that are going on, little memes, positive sayings, pictures, Destiny 2 stories, pets, and food, which what we're doing today, is all in there. And it is marvelous. Pictures and all that. I'm going to take pictures today. And we're going to do this. So that's that. So, everybody, I hope you're doing well. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Let some more people get in here and do that kind of thing, and just kind of catching you up on things. Uh, the holiday season is very depressive. People like to drink alcohol in excess and stuff like that. And alcohol is a depressant. And after the first couple drinks, then you start feeling depressed. It kind of depresses you. Literally makes your mind depressed. So then you get home and you're kind of wallowing in your slurred speech, and you're not doing so hot. You're not doing so hot the next day because you feel like crap. And you're just out of it. It is really hard. People like me, I have been very depressed during the holidays. I've been very, very depressed. And I've had loved ones around me very depressed, and they've suffered. So it's hereditary. If it's one member in the family, it's usually some other people too. And you gotta watch out for it. You watch out for it in friends. Not one to socialize. Just kind of a negative kind of thought process. Everything's negative. Get a bad outlook on life. Idolizing on suicide, talking about it. Oh, it wouldn't be so bad to die. My life isn't worth anything. All this world is awful. I don't want to be here. And just stuff like that, kind of reinforcing it's all right to die. Those are warning signs. Okay, so you hear this much of it floating around at the Christmas party or whatever, or the next day, or on the phone, or when you go to visit them, you got to go visit them, and you hear that, well, there's a whole giant red alert iceberg underneath them. They're really screaming out for help. So please be aware that 988 can help. You feeling depressed, need help, that kind of thing. You don't have to have anybody else around or whatever. Licensed therapists from the U.S. government working there, going to help you out, get you the help you needed, get you situated, and listen to you, because you are worth something. You are worth a human being, and human beings are worth a lot. Good people are hard to find, and usually somebody that's sad and depressed got feelings and emotions, and those emotions are good people emotions. They got lots of love, kind of been heartbroken and heartache and all those kind of things. We need more good people. We need you. So please call 988 if you're feeling like that in the U.S. There's other numbers to call outside the U.S. and Europe and what have you. Um, and then if it's a family member and you're hearing this or something like that, you can call 988 and see what you can do. See if there's a counseling's office, a therapist. I go to therapist every other week. for the last 17 years and trying to be a better person, trying to heal the trauma and the wounds that I have, and they're big wounds, and turn back around from there. Uh, get them to that therapist. Call ahead. Said, hey, so and so ain't got very much money. They're feeling depressed. They're having a hard go at it this holiday. How much would it cost for them to come in and see you? Well, you have to fill out some paperwork. It's always the paperwork. Choke on it. But get the paperwork filled out. Bring in a pay stub. Have it ready. Your pay stub. You get paid once a month, once bi-weekly, or once a week. Or if you're out of work, take it in there and say, I earn, 500 bucks a week, whatever. See if you can get on a sliding scale. And okay, you owe us this much on copay. A lot of people don't have insurance. A lot of insurances are covered by covers therapy. I wish more were. That's going to be a project for me in the future, writing it in my book. And people need that help. Because without your mentals or your mental peace, you aren't able to do anything. And I was like that. I was over medicated. I don't know, they call it medically or chemically restrained, where I was just a goober. I had to have help doing everything. So, and I knew that without that help, I would not survive. And now here I am. I got on the right meds, right help, right therapist, right psychiatrist. I see my right medical doctor. It takes a whole crew, a whole foundation of doctors, and get healthy and get better and get stronger. And that's what you want your friend to do, your loved one, your daughter, your mother, your wife, your husband. Get in there. And guys are hard too. They don't want to admit they got a problem. So you want to get them in there, see that therapist. If it's come to the point, it's Christmas Eve, they've done shot down some liquor, they're thinking about horrible deeds and everything else, which happens all the time. I'm so sad to say it. Call 911 or take them, get them together and take them to the emergency room. Get them to the hospital. The hospital is going to turn back around from there, going to evaluate them, going to see what help they need, and they're going to put them in the hospital. It's tough, it's traumatizing, it's a change, but you need a change. If you're going through those horrible thoughts in your head, you just can't get rid of them. And they're just cascading and they're just overwhelming. You need to get to the hospital and tell them be honest. Your friend, your mother, your daughter, whoever, get in there and tell them, say, hey, so and so is not doing good. They've talked about this and they've talked about this, okay, and get them in the hospital. They'll get the treatment, the professionals, the doctors, the therapists, the psychiatrists, everything they need to get better. Now, they got to do a lot of homework themselves. They don't think that, oh, I've seen a psychiatrist and a therapist for 17 years. I'm cured. It don't work like that. It don't. You are going to have to do the majority of the work. You are going to have to read articles. You have to read books. You have to do the practices. You're going to have to change your way of life, change your lifestyle, and do things to make it better for you. You're going to have a support of your family, your friends. So please don't abandon them. Oh, he said some horrible stuff. Well, they were going through some horrible things. A little empathy, a little compassion, maybe a little distance so you don't get hurt so bad, but a little understanding. Some people lack that capacity, lack that empathy. And self preservation is overwhelmingly their number one priority, which is understandable. So, work with them, support them, give them a shot, let them get healed up, let them try. Let them Christianity is a big thing about that second chance, that getting back on your feet. And that's just not about drinking or drugs or something like that. That's about living the everyday life and just having PTSD or traumas or everything else and making a mess of things. I made buku money. I made good money for years and years and years. I made good money, but I made a mess of things. And my family that I helped out when I came down to the farm down south here, helped them out, put up electric fences, posts, and all that kind of stuff. When I got sick, they took me in and they took care of me. And my parents were like, okay, maybe for a little while, get back on your feet, get things going, get back into a job, get back into life. My whole life crashed. 2 years I lived with them, and I was worse when I started, when I was leaving than what I was when I started because of the bad doctors I had, bad medications, and stuff like that. So things aren't perfect. You're going to have problems. You have to work through them. And like I said, 17, 18 years later, it's taken so much to get me to this point. It took a lot of effort. So I want to thank those people. Once again, my sister, my brother in law, thank you very much. And I want to thank my parents deeply. When everybody else gave up hope and they were starting to give up hope, they still took me under their wing, still love me, even though I screwed up big time because I was totally goofified on medications. I screwed up so very, very bad. They forgave me. They protected me from myself and protected me from the people that were inside my environment around me. They protected me, and I turned out okay. So, we're still going through transitions on some things, and I love them and I don't mind a bit because I really scared them a lot because of how bad I was. So don't put this thing over your head that you're gonna get cured by going to the doctor. This is a lifelong process. So, understand that, keep working at it, don't give up hope, and work up the courage to understand and the fortitude to know that you got to fight your way through all of it. Every day is a fight. Every day you don't feel good. Every day things aren't going well. Every day somebody's a poopy head. Somebody gives you stigma for you being the way that you are. It's just nonstop. It's life. And I heard something during this holiday that kind of inspired me. And I've said it a few times. I almost said it on somebody's stream this morning because I was watching streams as I got up at, I don't know, 1 o'clock. And basically, we don't need to make our children harder and stronger and colder to survive in this world. It is our responsibility to make this world a warmer and gentler place for them and their children. That is our responsibility. And that is so very, very true. So, this whole getting harder, just gangster mentality, I say gangster all the time because I was around it, isn't the cure. Having compassion, understanding, love, and that kind of thing. The human brain, the human being needs love. So be sure you give some to people. That kindness. I put stuff in Discord this morning about being kind. The kindness, we are all raised up a certain way, kind of in a Christian atmosphere, and it is very important for us to be kind because that's what we were raised up to as children. This is right and this is wrong. And that's what I believe in. This is right, doing good, doing kind things, love, all these things are good things in life, or the good what we all should fight for. And the evil is the 67s and all that kind of stuff. And basically being selfish, being cold hearted, being self centered, being dishonest, disloyal, cheating, all those things that hurt people just fundamentally to the core, that is evil. So you don't have to have this big concept of gods and everything else. Just remember good, people, love, and kindness. evil, hatred, and anger, and pain and suffering. Those are the big concepts in my mind. So, do you fall in one of those categories? So, something to be thought about. So, guys, it's very, very deep things, but it is Christmas. You're at my holiday table. We're going to cook for a while. I got the oven started. We're going to cook some 7-layer bars. I think they're going to be 6-layer bars. So, we're going to do all that. So, guys, on your holidays, please be kind, understanding. The economy is for shit. The economy is hitting ahead. People are suffering. People are going without jobs. All these things, you know, interest rates are still high for buying a house or student loans or for credit cards or for whatever. That money is expensive. And, the jobs are expensive. So it's hard to find a job, hard to keep a job, only wants you temporary, only wants you certain credentials, and it's getting hard. AI is taking more people's jobs, which is cool. Some of these jobs AI should have. Makes people crazy, but there should be something in society where basically people were trained from the 80s when Clinton was in office and transferred all the jobs overseas, all in the big trade deal. And all these years since, all the presidents participating in it since, and basically from there, uh, should be training the people. The Bruce Springsteen, blue collar, kind of hard working '80s music. If you listen to Bruce Springsteen's music, it's really the working soul and the working man and all the hardships and everything else going through the years and everything else, and he's carried that on the way through. I don't like all this politics, but his music's pretty good. So there's one of those things, and there's a lot of artists and stuff that portrayed the hardships of the working people of America, of the world, and all those kind of things. Those are people crying out. We hurt, we're suffering, we need help. We don't want a handout. We want to be able to do it ourselves, is what a lot of the honest folk want. They want to be able to make a living on their own. So, prayers for that is very important. If you make a good living, do good things, work hard, do the things you love to do, that is a gift. And I had that gift. So, I've lost it and I know how painful it is to lose it. They will never trust me to engineer a control system for hospitals and schools and $1 million worth of equipment, and they'll never let me do it again. So that whole career path I had for designing, engineering, consulting, and control systems that were building automation, energy management is gone. So I know about losing it. It's hard. I was laid off of quite a few times from my opinionated self. So I understand. So governments and stuff like that should have training programs and training and getting people back into blue collar welding and TIG welding and HVAC and concrete and building and construction and all those things, electrical, all those things to build up America again, like build up the world. I think you'd have a better place. Nobody wants to do that crimey, cruddy work anymore. That's pretty hard work. So that is it. So prayers out to everybody. I love everybody. I hope you do good. I hope things are, if you've got it good going on now, appreciate it, value it. You never know when something's going to change. So live in the moment, make plans for the future, do the best you can, live a good life. That's where I'm at now. I'm trying to do the best I can to live a good life. Treat people well, love, kindness, friendship, understanding, compassion, empathy, growing and learning myself, which is what this channel's for. It is phenomenally how much I've grown over the last couple of years. Actually, the last 3 years. It has been great. So, guys, what are we doing this morning? Hard turn. So, I need a little bit of water. What time is it, my friends? 8:18. Okay, it's about a half hour. We can do this. Get some water over here. So it says 7 layer bars. My phone's low, my Kindle's low, batteries. 7 layer bars, half a cup of butter. What is a half a cup of butter, my friends? 4 sticks, 2 sticks. One stick of butter is a half a cup of butter. 1.5 cups of graham crackers. Now I munched on a few of these for breakfast. I think that's a half a cup or a cup and a half. How much did it say? Cup and a half. I think we're going to need all of them. Okay. It says 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. Chocolate chips. And I know what other is supposed to be in here. Everybody told me to stay away from the coconut. All right. A little bit lower. Oh, we turn this light on. All right. Butterscotch chips. No coconuts. Nuts. 1 cup of nuts. Nuts for the nuts. We got pecans today. I like walnuts. A cup of condensed milk. That's everything we need. It says here preheat oven to 350. Place butter in 9 by 13 pan and place in oven preheat until it is melts, 2 to 4 minutes. Remove from oven with mittens. Pour in graham cracker crumbs. Mix with the fork. Pat into crust in bottom pan. Pour chocolate chips over crust. Ooh, chocolate chips. Crust, sprinkle butterscotch chips over coconut, then coconut, no coconut today. And finally, the nuts over the mixture. Drizzle condensed milk over whole mixture. Bake 25 to 30 minutes. Let cool completely before cutting the bars. The corners bars are sometimes hard to get out of the pan, but the rest will come out easily. Freezes well. We shall be freezing a lot of this. So let's go into the oven. Now I was going to grease this, but I decided against it. This will be the last naughty meal of the year, and it is a naughty meal. Naughty, naughty. Santa Claus would be very happy. And Miss Santa Claus would be very happy eating here today. And all the little elves, but we don't get that much food. We're going to cut down on the portions today. All right. Oh, don't break it. Don't break it. Thought I broke it. See how that works. That's so far pushed up against my throat. All right. 4 minutes. We got to get that one looks kind of rough there, people. We want to look special. Get a bowl. All right. It says here half a cup of butter, 1.5 cups of graham crackers, 1.5. Going to make a mess, sir. That did not work as planned. 54 seconds. I have to say we have been pretty lucky on not having horrible people. We've had our crack monkeys, the guys trying to sell bots that are trying to sell viewers and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. We haven't had a whole bunch of racist stuff in there and everything else. And the mods have been doing a fine job, and James has started to pick it up and being a mod. Thanks for being in. I appreciate it, peeps. All right. I haven't had a whole bunch of bad people in the chat and been very lucky. We've had the most this year. Burnt Toast rated us with Cat Girl Gaming, great streamers. And we had 120 people raid with us. And I got nervous. Oh my goodness, I got so nervous. Oh, my anxiety went through the roof. My brain stem stopped working. But that's what it's about. Getting a bunch of viewers, spreading the word, playing games, playing Destiny, get the word of Destiny out. I'm not seeing what I'm doing. I'm scraping the solids of the butter across the bottom of the pan to melt them. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Pan's hot. We can't move it over there. I got graham crackers everywhere. Now it's had to do this, right? That does not look like a. Butter and graham crackers. Ooh, that pan is hot. All right. And Let's say that was a cup and a half. I didn't measure that, did I? I guesstimated. That seemed like enough because it's just barely enough butter. So we're gonna leave it at that. A guesstimation. We're gonna have to measure this stuff, those guys. I'd like to put more in it. I might just. Okay. 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chip. We're going to do close to a cup because I like me some chocolate chips. I like the butterscotch better. I do like the butterscotch a lot better. My zip tie little tub. I need 2 of them. I think those are all bagels. I do love me some bagels. I like the blueberries and I like the raisins and I like the everything the best. I like everything the best. Butter, cream cheese, it's all good. All right. Mm. Oh. I am a super huge butterscotch fan. I don't get near enough of it. Ooh, butterscotch. Put some pecans in there. How many pecans? I think a half a cup is what it said, I think. We'll find out here in a minute. All right. 1 cup chopped pecans. What a horrible design. Fill it up to the top. I don't get enough nuts in my life either. I'm divorced, so been out of the dating scene for a minute, so people ain't got to deal with me. The biggest nut that fell off the tree. Thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? Huh? Don't forget to shake your condensed milk. Great Grandma Smith spoon. What did I do with my fork? I stuck it in the sink. All right, making great progress. All right. Wanted to say a half hour. All right. 25 minutes. 30. We're doing 30. All right. I don't need these. Grandma Smith spoon back. I suppose we can fry us some sausage in a half hour. So wait a half hour for the alarm to go off on that. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna fry the stuff for the egg rolls. We're doing the egg rolls first. So we can free up the burner to put the oil on it. Egg rolls. 1 pound of pork breakfast sausage. 1 tablespoon minced fresh ginger. 1 tablespoon minced garlic. 1 teaspoon salt. All right. What's a little bit of graham in your egg roll? Graham crackers in your egg roll. Okay. 1 pound of pork. Got these for 90 cents. It's tri-colored. It's gonna be good. All right, that we need some ginger. I got ginger everywhere. I think I am going to use this sauce, chili garlic sauce, for the hot sauce. Oh, it doesn't say. Not on this one. Where did it say use that? Fresh ginger, minced garlic. Wipe that off. My Food Network pan, I got a whole collection of them. At the time, 20 years ago, Food Network, I paid 250 or 350 for them. Stainless steel, big bowl pans, lids, the whole spiel, and which is cheap. And turned back around from there. I went back into Kohl's, and they had them on sale for 250 that afternoon. And I went up to the guy and said, "Look," I said, "I just bought these. Here's the receipt. They're on sale for 250." "Oh, let me see your card. We'll credit it back to you." I checked. The guy screwed me out of $100. I don't shop at Kohl's anymore. Even if Kohl's is in business, I don't know if they are. "22 minutes on the 7-layer bars. Butter, graham, chocolate, butterscotch, peanut or nuts, pecans, and then evaporated milk. You see where it says Food Network? Anyway, it says it. So I've been interested in cooking before I started Bachelor cooking up. It's always fascinated me. It was always kind of romantic to me. Kind of a bromance, if you will, cooking, making some good kibbles for people. Nothing I want to do for a career, but it's something I can entertain. So how much? A tablespoon of minced fresh ginger. This is some tough stuff. All right, that worked. I'm going to crumble this up. I know that much. What is up, sis? How are you doing today? How is the youngins doing today? How is everybody doing? Merry Christmas. I said a whole bunch of thank yous and I love yous and a whole bunch of I appreciate everything you guys do and I don't pay ya and I love ya at the beginning of stream. Your name was included. James's name and the kids' names were included. Though I didn't include the kids' names, but waking. I understand. That's what James said he had to work. Or you were talking to mom and dad and us, as in chat. Heard you say that James had to work. I confirmed it. I asked James. So I hope it goes well for you. Hope you're. I thought you're gonna cook a chicken or do something to a chicken. Hopefully it all turns out okay for you. No stressies. Uh, mention James. You can mention it again. Be careful out there. Everybody wanting to go somewhere might not be in the right sense of mind. Emotionally upset from visiting in-laws and outlaws and all that stuff that we all know so well about. Us is me and all of chat. They might be drinking, might be smoking a little something, something, smoking a little something, something. Took way too long to do that. Ah, still some red. We can turn that up a little bit. 12 minutes on the 6 layer bars. Be putting 3/4 of that in the fridge. Honest, honest, I will, honest. I have made a mess. Those little flavors, those little brown spots are flavor, flavor. I don't know how many chefs on Gusto TV said that's flavor. Free flavor. They said free flavor. 9 minutes. Set this on the table. All right. Made a mess. Now what does it say? Mince, salt and pepper. We don't need no salt and pepper. We were supposed to put the ginger and the garlic in the coleslaw in a separate bowl. That's okay because we didn't do that. I'm used to making Asian dishes where you stick it in there with it. It'll be better. It'll be better this way. Hey, why am I into breaking dishes? All right. right. Clean up some message. Try not to pour it on the floor. I did. Seven minutes. All right. Cover your ears. See what else is going on. We're making good progress. So we need a little water dish. Not near the phone. It says here, get the oil together while the oil heats. Spin around 3/4 cup of the sausage mixture into an egg roll wrapper. Fold into each side. Roll up tightly. Before making the last roll, dip your finger in water and brush it on top of the corner of the egg roll and finish rolling it to seal the edges. The rolls closed. Repeat with the remaining egg rolls. Keep the rolled egg rolls covered with a tea towel to avoid the wrappers drying out. Fry egg rolls a few at a time without crowding in the pan, cooking around 2 minutes before flipping, cooking around 2 minutes or until golden brown. Then drain the grease off. All right. This time I got today, guys, Crisco because the store didn't have peanut oil. No fires in the. Heat oil to 350, 375, 375. So 350. That's still warm. We got 1 minute. Close enough. Ooh, steamy. It smells awesome. There you go, guys. Sugary mess. Ooh, it's hot on my finger. I gotta go. All right. So that took care of that. Get some deep frying going on. My luck with bowls today. If I ain't cracking them together, I will make more egg rolls tomorrow so they're fresh. So I've never made an egg roll before. I picture it kind of like a burrito. Oh, kind of like a burrito. There's more friction on that than I thought. Some gunk from another meal got stuck to it. Don't mind that spot. Just don't mind that spot. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. I need to go to the restroom before I get all into this non-stop thing here. So give me a few minutes, guys, and I will be back. Madeline, how are you? How you doing? I'll take a minute, stop and talk to you. Merry Christmas. You like the Christmas present I gave you, or did you not get it yet? I love you. Merry Christmas. How are you today? You are my favorite niece. So how are you? Are you doing good? You playing video games? Your dad woke you up yesterday. You gonna go wake him up today? Get up, Dad. You gotta get up. We gotta have Christmas. What video game are you playing? So did you go shopping for your sister a present yesterday? I heard something you were going shopping the other day. Donut. Ooh, what kind of donut are you eating? You got sticky fingers on the keyboard or your mom's phone, so be careful. Is it a good donut? Does it got chocolate cream in the center of it? I do like chocolate cream. Well, I'm doing pretty good today. I'm cooking meals for everybody on the internet. We can virtually have a dish. So we're gonna have some wontons. Your mom gave me the recipe for the wontons. We're gonna have some egg rolls. We're working on that recipe right now. We're working on the egg rolls, and we're gonna have some peanut butter chicken. Does that sound good? Ooh, that sounds so good. And some six, not seven, 6 layer cookies. I think your mom got a recipe different than mine off the internet from Grandma. You know, Grandma, the great, notorious, wonderful cook. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy. I've watched some streamers today. I'm gonna have a nice big. I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna have a nice big lunch. I'm gonna take me a nap in this afternoon. Gonna relax and enjoy myself. To clean up everything before I get that done, I made a horrible mess, and I'm just getting started. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Madeline, that sounds like a wonderful thing. Sound like mom or dad or both of them, mom and dad both need a big old hug and say, I love you. Merry Christmas, mom and dad. I love you. I love you. I love you. Well, I have to go to the restroom. It's always important to stop and talk to the people that you love and you care about. I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas and stay tuned. I'm cooking a brunch, a Chinese Christmas like your mom does before, and wish me luck on that. Give me any advice you have. I'm up for advice. You hang with that wonderful cook, your mom, your dad's cooking, so you can teach me how to cook. So you gotta let me know how to cook. If I'm missing something, if I'm not doing something right, let me know, Madeline. Please, I beg you. And I love you, kiddo. Be good. It's so important to be good. I know it's so hard for you. So I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Looks like it's working. Gonna get all mic'd back up and thank you for the hearts. Bob Ross. Yes, Bob Ross. I like Bob Ross. We're making happy little Chinese food. Happy Chinese food. All right, guys. Let's get this started. A lot of cookering to do. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom. I stopped and waited and talked to you first because you're my favorite niece. You're my favorite. All right. Merry Christmas, James. Merry Christmas to you and all to all. I'm glad you're here today. You made my day. I said many loves and many thank yous to your family earlier for everything you've helped with the shows, the game night with family and friends, and Bachelor cooking. Your wife and my sister helped out with. Thank you so very much. I think you missed the big thank you, the humble pie, the deep thank yous. So, what's your favorite donut, James? What's your favorite donut? A quarter cup, huh? For my first egg roll of my life, we got a little leakage. We got a hole. less gunk. Easy with the egg rolls. First egg roll of my life at 50. You can try new things. You're never too old. Definitely not too old to play video games. I seen in the unfortunately bad news, gaming grandma at 87 playing video games on TikTok passed away. But she was 87 years old playing video games on the internet. And she was very popular. Very, very popular. So God bless her, playing video games with the big guys up in the sky. We'll cook four of those. Those aren't very big. Oh, gaming grandma. She was 87 years old, and she passed away from what I read. She was big on TikTok, playing video games for all the youngins. Grandma gaming passed away. So it's sad, but she was at 87 doing what she wanted to do, making money and playing video games. So, gaming grandma, 87. More power to you, sister. That's women in gaming for you. That's women in gaming right there. So you're never too old to play video games. Living life. Had a picture of her playing video games, all hunched over a controller like I do. Read that this morning. We are at 200. We got a whiles to go. We're going to need those again. All right. One of these is it. Those are little egg rolls, baby egg rolls. My mom likes to play video games, or used to like to play video games. She loved her Donkey Kong and her Mario Brothers. Liza's mom, too. The kids' grandma. Always the time. I think I mentioned a couple times. We got Super Nintendo. It's my favorite entertainment system. Nintendo, my best Christmas present ever. It was the NES. Back in like 86 or 87 when it first came out. We got it. Mom, Dad got it. They weren't rich, weren't millionaires, paid extra for it. Got it out of state. The kids' great grandmother, my grandmother, my stepfather's mother, and her husband picked it up and brought it up and dropped it off. And me, Seth, and Eli hung around that tree, all over that tree, all over that present. I got an X-Acto knife, cut open the tape on the edges of it, and seeing it was a Nintendo about 3 or 4 days ahead of time. Oh, so excited. Then we got playing it. It was good. We're fighting amongst each other. Eli, the youngest of us, never got to play. Liza got her own personal time. And Seth and I played it the most. And we would go to school, and we'd come home, and Mom would be playing Super Mario Brothers, the classic, the da 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 da. The 8-bit with the little mushrooms and the turtles, the 101 ups, and basically she would get so far on it. One day we got home from school and we were jumping up and down, so excited. Mom had hit level 9, was going through the jumping and doing everything else, and she was so excited. She died. We were just making all kinds of hoot noise, and she played, and she loved that entertainment system. Dad played a helo game, a little helicopter game. It was really hard. My stepfather, my dad, loved it. Loved that thing. Grandma, then she got into Kong. Some of the other Mario Brothers. She just had a grand old time. The grandbabies always coming over to mom and dad's house, and mom had her Nintendo or Super Nintendo, playing it up with the kids. I should make the wontons next. I'll do that. All right, I got to do some dishes. But she would have such a great time. The kids would have a good time hanging out with Grandma in her office. Grandma had her own office doing her artwork and doing all that kind of stuff. Very talented artist. Had a deep passion for the artwork. Little Miss Lily takes after Grandma. It's in the family. My brother Eli had a good artwork ability too, but he turned away from it. Never too late to chase your dreams. Look at gaming grandma, 87. She might have been doing it just to make money on the internet and like playing video games. Getting close. We hit the 300 mark. Fresh dishcloths. Cloths. It feels better to get that out of the way. All right. We are almost at 350. All right. Prongs. Not those prongs. Those. Don't want them to melt. Use the metal ones in the deep fryer. We hit 350. We're going to crank this back just a hair so we don't overshoot. Give it a minute. We'll get our wonton stuff out. We're going to need an egg. We're going to need cream cheese. These are back. I've had this for a while. Cream cheese usually stays good for a minute. What is the date on you? February 26th. Good, 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 good. 8 ounces. All right. All right. Do we got time? Now we need to put these in. Put two in. 2 minutes. Those are not monster egg rolls, but they're going to work. An egg. That one came unraveled a little bit already. Danger, danger. Eggland best, the only eggs to go. Guess we need to search more. What else we got? We're knocking this out. Okay. Combine cream cheese, sugar, and onion powder. Yeah. Timer 2 minutes. How much sugar? Half a teaspoon. Cookies look good over there on the table. Smell good. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. What are we going to put these on, fellers? Ladies and gentlemen? 'That was onion powder. Yes, it was onion powder. Need it for the butter or for the peanut butter chicken. 2 minutes. Got to make the sauce yet, too, guys. All right. We need something to spatula that around with. Spring loaded. 2 minutes. That's kind of hot. All right. Gonna get this cooled off some. It's way too hot for wontons. All right. Look at all that grease. And I'm gonna eat it. Where's the red alert squad? Don't splash, you monster. Those for my first egg rolls don't look bad. They don't look bad. Okay. Teaspoon of the goop. Get coffee grounds in that drawer. Don't drip all over the place. All right, let's try to see if this is a little easier. Yes, it is. Coming down. Okay. Where's my towel? One teaspoon in the center. Brush the edges. This whole workstation is hereby contaminated, possibly salmonella. I used to eat raw eggs when I was a kid. That turned out fine, didn't I? A few little mental issues. Healthy immune system. I mean, I got a good immune system, knock on wood, and that's real wood. I got a great immune system. Make one more of those. To get this down to 350, it's still cranked up there. Don't shrink when we put something in there. My apron will definitely need wash today. I can't wait to play Destiny later on today. I'm gonna have a good time. Almost beat the mission, so I'm happy with that. Gotta get my exotic from beating it. I've been playing it on Legendary and Expert. Okay, 4. Sink, bitch. Blowing up like a balloon. Oh no. See how this turns out. 3 to 5 minutes. Looks like they need 5. We'll do 5 and watch them. All right. Done with this mess. Little egg, you've served your purpose. All right. We're going to put that in a different bowl. I got goop on my fingers. Icky, icky, goopy, goopy. It rhymes with knickers. It sure as hell don't taste like a Snickers. Oh, it's a chicken egg. Contaminated. Only got 2 more of these. I can't be doing this too much more. We're going into the dryer. I got a load in the dryer I can pull from. The goop got out of that one. I think that oil's hit because it's got cream cheese in it. We're moving right along. Got focused up. Game on, game face. Get your game face going. Here are the cookies. Nice and cooled off. Smell wonderful. All right. Starting to burn up. That hot oil is hot. It radiates some heat. So I think I'm going to take some clothes off. Santa hat. Woo, dogs. Hopefully my hair's all right. If not, oh, we're all right. We had eggs in there. Gotta get rid of it. All right. Ooh, that looks hot. So let's have a wonton. I skipped breakfast. All this food's made me hungry. It tastes very good. It's very good. How about an egg roll? That is very good. Grease and all. That is very good. That was very good. All right, we're gonna have to check this out. Those are most excellent. Pardon me. All right, that was really good. That surprised me. Follow the instructions. Dad says when you're working on something, he's talking about cars and motors and stuff. Follow the instructions. The same thing goes for recipes. Guys, if you want to surprise that significant other, that girl in your life, woman, these aren't girls, they're women. Surprise them. Cook out a good recipe. Practice. Practice by yourself. It's well worth it. They'll expect you to cook from there on in, but you can handle it. You can do it. I believe in you. So, for the chicken, peanut butter chicken, 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast or thighs, 1/2 a cup of cornstarch, quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of canola oil. We're going to use vegetable oil. 3/4 cup of chicken broth, 1/2 cup for the sauce, 1/2 cup of peanut butter, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. There's the hot sauce. I know what we're using for that. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Whisk peanut butter, chicken broth, soy sauce, honey, garlic, hot sauce, or in a small bowl or measuring cup. Set aside. Whisk in cornstarch right before you add it to the chicken. 3/4 a cup of chicken broth, 1/2 a cup. It tells you exactly what to add together. I love this recipe. Cut chicken into bite-sized pieces. I got a small mouth. Believe it or not, the dentist says I have a very small mouth. That's why I had too many teeth. Season with salt and pepper. Sprinkle with cornstarch. Toss in cooked chicken pieces on all sides with cornstarch and discard any that is left over. Heat oil in a large skillet over medium to medium high heat. Cook chicken until golden, all sides cooked. Chicken in batches or if necessary. Clean up any leftover oil skillet by holding a paper towel with tong, 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 tong. 2 tablespoons of Crisco oil. Add chicken back into the skillet over medium heat. Add cornstarch sauce to sauce and whisk and combine before adding the sauce to the skillet with the chicken. Cook over medium heat until thickened, about 3 to 5 minutes. That gets a little complicated. So what we want to do first, sir, I spent, I don't know, I was up till, for me, late, like 9 o'clock, 9:30 last night, going through the recipes. The United States government has a website, the USDA, United States Drug Association for Healthy Eating. So I found 100 recipes. There are wild too. Man, I would have never thought of them. Some I liked a lot. So I got my recipe selection to choose from for January. Now it's a selection. I got to choose which ones and combos what I'm going to cook. So I got to do that next. But I have found a recipe site by the U.S. government for healthy living. A lot of beans. A lot of beans. My dad was like, we eat beans. I was like, all right, Dad. Hell, the government says eat a bunch of beans. So, all right. So what we want to do is mix all this stuff up. Did that have some water in it? I think that had some water in it. All right. In a hurry. How small is a small bowl, sir? My kind of small bowl, or I don't think I had anything on there. All right, let's get to it. We're not going to need this. We're going to move this out of here. We're going to move this over here. Do not cut meat on a wood cutting board. It soaks into the grains of the board. Everybody should know that. I watched a chef really get into that one day. I don't know when. I was young. All right. As for the chicken, it says small bowl or measuring cup. Good to go with the bowl, people. Command decision. All right. 3/4 a cup of chicken broth. Grateful noodles. Put that in noodles or everything else. I have these $1.50 when I'm not really into cooking a whole lot of stuff. $1.50 NARS creamy chicken noodle. I get my chicken broth. I pour a cup and a half of, instead of water, chicken broth into it. I put some milk in it, half a cup of milk. I set it in the microwave, let it cook for 8 or 10 minutes, whatever it says. And different ones say different things. And let it sit there for 10 minutes after you get it out of the microwave. And it is wonderful. Nice, hot, great for a cold day. You've been working all day, you're tired, you're run down, you need something good and healthy for you, nice and get you some energy. Excellent, excellent. And they're cheap. Chicken broth's $2. And I got the not so bad kind. Half a cup of peanut butter. So kind of one of those life hacks. I got like 7 or 8 up there. I have bad days, guys. I don't feel like cooking. I'm low energy, not motivated. I'm just worn out. Withdrawal from my antidepressant anxiety medication really kicking my butt. Plus I don't sleep that much and that's really hurting me. So to wear you out. They're out of peanut butter. I had to get the Reese's creamy peanut butter. It's like COVID started all over again. Store doesn't want to keep nothing in inventory. Ran out of peanut butter. For God's sake. I'm leaking. I'm leaking juices. Well, that was exciting. Three tablespoons of soy sauce. I do like me some soy. I didn't used to like it. I like it now. Must be my body wanting all that salt. How much is say? 3 tablespoons. Sure look like I don't have a big enough dish, guys. Two tablespoons of honey. See, I've been working on the honey. Very good stuff. I forget the last thing I put in it. I was cooking something, I put it in it. One. One. Ha 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 ha. Two. Two. Ha 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 ha. Let's get leave mark on the counter. All right. 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Keep everything in the refrigerator if I can. And I hang up all my clothes. Sweatpants, t-shirts, I hang them up. I don't hang up my long underwear. They go in the drawer. Nor my socks. We talk about convenience. I've done it for years. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing? All right. Two teaspoons of hot sauce. Ah, where did I put that? I put that away. This stuff is great. It is hot. Tong, what is this? Ho Fong Foods. Chili garlic sauce. It is good. Oh, yeah. Very good. 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. You asked for it. There it is. It's going to be spicy. I need some spice. All this needs washed. Everything, the station needs cleaned up. All right. Now we got to put the cornstarch in it when we throw it. When the chicken goes back in the thing. It doesn't go back in. It just gets the sauce gets put in. Is what it's trying to say. Looks like some funky ass peanut butter. What happened to your peanut butter, sir? It got mixed up with the hot sauce. It is spicy peanut butter. Spicy. All right. It's good enough for me for now. Let's see what's on the thing to do. Let's read this again so we don't screw up the most important part. All right. So you see me. See what's going on. Cut chicken into bite-sized pieces. Okay. Toss to coat chicken pieces out of small sides on corn with cornstarch. Quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. So we need a bowl. Where's the onions? Hot sauce. I don't want your help, AI. All right, we're done with this. We're done with this. We're done with this. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. I want to eat on some more of them egg rolls and wontons. Those are excellent. So we need a bowl. We need to wash our measuring utensils. Hey, that's a little hot. That new water heater I got works well. I still think the guy plumbed it in backwards. The hot was in the outlet, and the hot is out in the outlet is up to the house is in the inlet, and the inlet to the water supply is in the outlet to the water heater. I'm gonna have to draw a picture so I can figure it out. That guy. Wait until he pisses me off and something just bad happens. I have all pictures and memory and everything else to add to my Google reply or my Google reviews, the contractors and everything else. Now, I'm not going to say one little lie. I'm just going to put a picture in the picture of a mold inside of a wall for the shower for we screwed it up and the shower pictures, and I'm just going to do it like that. And then all the other stuff didn't glue together the drain to the bathtub, and it leaked all underneath the manufactured home. Filled up the stuff, filled up that. There's one thing being nice and civil and loving and caring and compassionate and all my favorite things in life. Another thing, not allowing you or your friends or your family to get walked on, defending yourself. All right. Now we have the chicken. My friends, bowl salmonella on its way. How many pounds is this? I do love me some chicken thighs. $14.50. 3.5 pounds. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8 thighs at 3.5 pounds. These guys weigh the most. So I need 1 pound of chicken. These two should do it. No added hormones or steroids. Woo! What in the hell is that, sir? I will bake that in the oven. I don't have any crumbs to put on it, but it'll be good. It'll be baked in the oven. Or some more peanut butter chicken. I want some more Indian butter chicken. Buttered chicken. Remember when we made that, guys? I was so happy, delighted. I was dancing. Well, did I dance? I don't remember. It was very good. Buttered chicken. It was very good. I like cooking it. I had a doctor. He said, Eldon, your cholesterol. That's before I knew that risperidone, my antipsychotic medicine, because my bipolar was so bad, or is so bad. And basically from there, I was taking that, and that causes high cholesterol. Well, I'd been trying to do what I could to beat back my cholesterol. Doctor says, well, it looks better. It looks better. Put me on some meds, prorostatin. He says, you got to watch what you eat, Eldon. I said, yes, doctor. And this is this. How long ago was this? I don't know. This is Jeepers Creepers. This is like 6 or 7 years ago, 5 years ago, right in there, 5, 7 years. I said, I make some great buttered chicken. I said, it's marvelous. It's really good. He said, you can have your buttered chicken in moderation, but watch what you eat. Then some years later, I found that my medicine caused me to have high cholesterol. And the other part of it was my lithium affects my hormones, my thyroid and such, and it changes how my body metabolizes or burns fat. So I could be eating nothing like a little squirrel, a little bird, and still gain weight. Jiminy crickets. Then my first doctor, my first psychiatrist, when he put me on all these meds, I've been on a lot more, but when he put me on close to what I'm on now, before another doctor jacked them all up, and he said, "You're going to gain weight, Mr. Klein, Eldon." I said, "I'll exercise." "You're going to gain weight, Mr. Klein." I said, "I'll eat less food." He said, "You're going to gain weight, Eldon." "I'm telling you, you're going to gain weight." I said, "Oh, fine." He was getting mad at me. That was 18 years ago in December. In December 2008. All right. Now, how much cornstarch did it say? Quarter teaspoon salt, pepper, and that doctor, he was a big boy. He was getting pissed off at me. And I was a skinny guy at the time. Two teaspoons. We need that again. Two teaspoons, huh? Don't look, sis. That looks good. Looks good to me. All right. Let's see what it says. It says heat oil in skillet over medium to medium high heat. Cook chicken until golden on all sides. Cook chicken in batches if necessary. No, we don't need. Clean any leftover oil out of the skillet by holding a paper towel over it with tongs. Add chicken back into the skillet over medium heat. Add cornstarch to sauce. Whisk and combine. Half a cup of. That's a lot of cornstarch. Uh-oh. Bing, ding, bong. The Wicked Witch is dead. All right. Thanks for any follows today. They must not be working. I'm not seeing any. So that or it is Christmas Eve. I'm not seeing any alerts today. In case that was an alert I heard. I've heard a couple of them. That is infected. I use a lot of dish soap. People say I'm wasteful, but if you read the news articles, the whole world's out to kill us off. Every parasite and everything else is after mankind, womankind, kidkind, especially kidkind. My sister says the kids are little germ magnets. Last dish towel and rag in the drawer. I have to go to the wash or the dryer to get a fresh one. Not much on one of these. The bottom missing. Another egg roll. Very, very good still, but much better hot. Fresh out of the. We're getting there, guys. You see some big pink still. There's a big pink one. All right. Somebody banging around out front. I'm gonna see who it is. I don't see nobody. Ah, neighbor across the street. They are always making noise, running around, kids everywhere. It's Christmas time. Little Miss Rosie's doing all right. I drove down to the mailbox the other day, and she drove right behind me. We stopped and got her mail, waved at each other. She was a little slower coming down the hill, so I done got mine, was back in the car. I looked over at her. She looked at me. She gave me a little wave. I gave her a wave back. It's hard for old people sometimes to trust people. And me, a youngin' over here, a youngin', but she looked like she was doing all right. She got Ken coming over and taking care of her, fixing stuff. Always some repair truck over there anymore. Put a railing up for handicap wheelchair ramp, so they did that. So that was nice. She's a short little lady. I say we're ready. Can start putting this stuff together. And to make sure I am correct, 1/2 a cup of cornstarch. That's 1/2 of a cup, my friends. Sorry, my nose is leaking. Eating hot food. Well, that doesn't look very clean. Peanut butter. Half a cup. Smells like peanut butter. Looks like peanut butter. Up, got to clean off my spot. Said 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to take a picture of this for the internet for my parents so they can participate. For my sister, because they bailed out, they're celebrating Christmas since James doesn't have to work today. Plating is important. That looks like it's just crispy. Oh my, look at that. Did I get any chicken in that batch? Looks like mush. This is a saucy dish. We'll see how it tastes here. There ain't enough green on that. It said put chives on there. Pardon me. Did I tell you it's hot in my kitchen? Look at that. I don't know what that looks like, but it's kind of funny. I'm thinking I'm going to have to take a grinder to that pan and get that peanut butter gunk off there. All right. I don't know if this thing needs to go on the internet. I think I'll just share it amongst friends, like Discord and stuff like that. I won't put it on X. What's a good angle? All right. Something they cook up down at the bar, tide you over, working out service out in the field, working on stuff, and you go into the bar and it has lunch. Over at the Legion. That's what it looks like. And the old lady behind the bar daring you to say something. Sweetest, nicest woman, put up with too much crap from guys, kick you out of that pub. Faster you can say, holy shit, Batman. They're serious. All right, a picture. Where did I stick my phone? Where did I put my phone, guys? Oh, I've been using it for the recipe because my printer's out of ink. All right. My mom sent me she loves me message. She said, Merry Christmas. That goes for all you two guys. Make your mom proud. All right. We'll take another picture of that. A little bit different direction. All right. See, I need a fork. Before we say fork, we say grace around here. I'll make it short and quick, not my usual spiel for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm very thankful, man. Lord Jesus, thank you very much for the friends and family and people looking out. Please make sure everybody travels are safe and everybody doesn't overdo it on any extra activities. I love you, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Now, what does this chicken taste like? Tastes mostly like peanut butter. Spicy peanut butter. There's a little bit of spice, guys. So that chili stuff, without the chili sauce stuff, the Vietnamese stuff, without that, it'd be a very plain peanut butter tasting uh, dish. Very plain. The spice really livens it up. Just choose your hot sauce wisely. That's making my nose run, and that is very hot. I'm snorting, I'm growling. Stand back, guys. I'm hungry. Eat somebody's arm off. Not bad. The wontons are good. Could have had a little bit more sugar in it, but they were good. Better hot. The ooh, I didn't have any dipping sauce. I forgot the dipping sauce. The egg rolls are really, really good, but once again, they're much better hot. They just that deep fried food, you got to eat it when it's hot, but it's very good. Now the butter or peanut butter chicken, it is its name. It is loaded peanut butter. That cornstarch really thickened it up and makes it stick to your mouth, your lips. It sticks to everything. So watch out for that. But it's really good. It is good. Get a little drink here. All right, guys, it has been a marvelous time. I predicted it. It's been like 3.5 hours. So thank you for hanging out and hanging around. Remember, you're not alone out there. So many people, like myself, for years and years and years, thought I was alone, by myself trying to figure things out, divorced and broken up with girlfriends, and, didn't want to bug the parents or the siblings, and just on my own. So those times were very tough. So if you need somebody, call 988, seek help. They're there, they'll talk to you, they'll help you figure out what's going on. And if you need more help, they'll help you out. I can't emphasize that enough. You are not alone. So, and it's all right to not be all right, is one of the signs 988 has. It's all right not to be all right. Everybody goes through things. Everybody in this whole freaking planet, pardon me, has gone through stress and anxieties and worries and all that stuff. Some of us, myself, really got an extra dose of it when it was time to have some, and so I suffer from it. And I've been through some really traumatic times, which just amplifies it. So I have you guys. You guys have been great. Thank you. I have my siblings. They've been great. Once again, I thank them. The mod, Dan the man, the great Dan. Thank you, Dan. You're wonderful. You are a blessing. You're not perfect. I know you're just simple Dan. So I understand, but you're a really good guy. You do everybody here right. You do the right thing. And that will always be first and foremost in my mind. Your character seems like a really good character. So thank you for being here. And everybody else, thank you for showing up, hanging out. I got awfully quiet. I was focused in, trying to make it through and kind of get that rush done as things started getting kind of hectic. You get that oil burning and it gets dangerous and it really focuses you in. But the food turned out wonderful. Thank all the people that wrote the recipes on the internet, whoever, wherever you are. Have a Merry Christmas. And you guys have a Merry Christmas. I love you. I wish the best for you. And I will see you. I'm taking tomorrow off, so I'll see you Friday. I'll be here for sure, unless something happens Friday. Take care of yourselves and be careful out there, guys. And show a little extra kindness. You can blame the holidays for being a nice people. See you guys. Take care. Thank you for being nice to me and hanging out. See you guys.